Shingle Street again, but this time we're going to be doing some landscape stuff.
Possibly I might get to see the birds as well.
Well, you might do, but I'm going to try something different today. I'm not getting my camera out. That's the plan. The plan is I'm going to solely use my drone. Yes, so I'm going to use my drone today and try not to get my camera out at all.
Not at all?
No, not at all. I want to see if I can get some good landscape shots. The sky's looking awesome. The sunset should be.
I come here for the wildlife.
Yes.
A huge amount of wildlife.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why, well, obviously we stick out, don't we?
Oh.
From the coast.
Yeah.
So birds migrating and stuff, they can come in here first.
Yeah.
Across the sea. But another reason why the place is so isolated, didn't it get evacuated in like 1940?
I did, yeah.
And no one really came back because there was rumours of landmines and stuff all on the beach.
Well, they did put landmines there to stop the German invasion, which was going to happen but didn't.
So that's basically why it's such a great wildlife place, because it's
remote,
isolated. They've got the place to themselves.
Do we know how many people live in there?
No, I couldn't honestly say.
Not many though.
There's like
probably a dozen at the most.
7 or 8 cottages, but they're some of them are holiday homes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I couldn't honestly say how many people live there. But
And as you know from our previous videos, this is our short-eared owl location as well.
well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Isn't it, Jim? It's just over that way. Just
Well,
literally.
and that way,
And
and
that
that
way.
way. It's everywhere.
Yeah, literally right here. But like I said,
Yes.
today we're going to do some landscape. So I am going to try and not move, basically. I'm going to get the drone out, pop her up, and see if I can get some landscape shots with the drone. The sky is looking really good at the moment, so hopefully we'll be good to go.
I'm going to be trying to go for my favourite bungalow, John Lennon's bungalow, and down the strip. I don't know if you can see this. Hold on. Turning around. Down here where the cottages are and stuff, and the sun should be coming from about there or so. Should line up nicely just in the shot with the bungalow. If not, I'm gonna have to walk back up towards the sun and find another composition. But I'll be running around everywhere while Richard, he's tucked in underneath one of these mounds of shingles with the drone, sitting happy and waiting for the sun to set. Richard says it's an experiment just to use drone for photography and not get his camera out. But I just don't think he wants to walk up and down all the shingle. It's I'm out of breath, it's tiring. And he's just being a lazy bugger.
I'm being a bit lazy, really. I mean, this is one of the advantages of the drone. You don't have to walk about. Poor old Gem has been lugging her tripod and camera on the shingle, walking on the shingle, which is not easy to do. It's very tiring walking through shingle, but I have been very lazy. I've plonked my bottom down and I haven't moved. So the sky is really starting to catch now. It's looking beautiful. I'm going to frame what I believe was the old Coast Guard cottages. Going to use that as my point of focus, point of interest, with the setting sun behind. Shooting in 4K for the video, and then switching to RAW for the still images. 20 megapixel sensor on the Mavic Pro 2, which is what I'm using today. It's a Hasselblad camera. It's an amazing camera for a drone. As hopefully you'll see with the still images. This has got a variable aperture, which is very nice. So I'm shooting at f5.6. This goes between, I've got to think now. I think this goes between f2.6 and f11. f11 I have used in the past, but that does tend to be a little bit softer due to diffraction, and the smaller sensor causes some softening of the image, so I try and keep it. f8 is probably the maximum I really like going. I think the maximum sharpness of the lens is 5.6, I think I read somewhere. So that's why I'm shooting at 5.6 today. ISO 100. This shot is a vertical pano. I'm rather fond of vertical panos with the drone. Basically, you frame your shot up and use the gimbal control on the camera to change the vertical orientation of the camera through the gimbal. Just a heads up for all you drone pilots, if you weren't aware, that the Civil Aviation Authority, the CAA, have introduced a drone licensing scheme, which is mandatory for anyone who flies a drone. It's best to have it. It's only £9, so don't get caught out. Yeah, just do it.
It's windy and a bit cold. I want to get my gloves on and find Richard. I've got possibly 2 or 3 compositions that I like, so I planned them all out, and now I'm waiting for the sun to set and the tide to come in. I've got about an hour's wait, so I'm fully prepared, and I'll probably leave the vlogging till I get back to the car now, so I can get on and take the pictures.
So we finally
That's us done, no?
we finally met up again, and I feel really well rested. Do you? You were huffing and puffing a bit when you got back in the car.
Beg your pardon? Wasn't huffing and puffing.
Oh, okay.
But I'm young. I can handle it. Or the shingle. It's like a little mini workout.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I didn't do much of a workout because I just sat on me backside flying the drone, and it's quite fun.
I thought the sky lit up brilliantly.
It did. That did light up really well.
I don't know how many Mr. Editor will let me use, but I think I've got at least 3. One favourite. What?
Really?
You're not going to let me use 3?
Well, we'll see.
2?
We'll see how many make it into the final cut.
Okay, well, I've got one, at least one that I love, of the John Lennon's bungalow, and the sun being in like a sunstar. Unless you find the correct name for it, that's its name.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
We'll call
Can't just call it a white bungalow.
No, we'll call it John Lennon's bungalow. So that's us done. We had that was really enjoyable. The light was much better.
What settings do you put on your drone?
I've talked about that.
F11?
No.
I don't know if you talked about it. I just wondered out of curiosity.
Yeah, no, 5.6, as I explained earlier on, that it gets soft at F11. That's not, because you've got to remember that's still a small sensor.
Oh.
And you get a lot of more diffraction at F11. So I think the sharpest part of the lens, I think actually I said earlier on that was 5.6, but I think the sharpest part of the lens is F4, but I tend to shoot most of my landscape stuff at 5.6 with it. But I did complain a little bit about the field of view. I'll have to check, and I would have put it in the video. I was going to check to see what the field of view was. I think it's something like 26mm, which is fine, but it's not as wide as I normally shoot. But then again, every picture's different. You don't just shoot with one lens all the time, do you?
No, but you've got such a wide array of angles with that.
Definitely. So. I've done a vertical pano.
Oh, have you?
Done a vertical pano. Yeah, so that's us done.
Okay, so we're in the car, ready to go, aren't we? You want to go to the pub?
Yeah.
So it's goodbye from us.
Yeah. If you like what we do, tell us. If you don't, tell us.
If you've managed to watch the whole video, then what are you frowning? Then subscribe.
Then well done.
There.
Well done.
Subscribe to this bit here.
Yeah, and we'll see you next time.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
Hello everyone.
Focus on my face. Focus on my face. Focus on my face.
Looking in the middle. This is the middle. Yeah. See there?
No, we're looking in the middle of the camera there. Just look at the middle of the phone. Just look at the middle of the phone. Just look at the middle of the phone. Put your hand down. Stop waving your arms about and look in the middle of the phone. Right. Right, so that's done. We're now going to hit the pub. And we'll see you next time.
You buying?
No? Yes, no.
What?
We'll talk about that when we get in there.
Are you joking?
Yes. I'm not eating. I'm only having a drink. I'll buy you. I'll buy you whatever you want.
It's just for the
I'll buy you whatever you want, Jim.
You're not buying.
It's our secret. I'm buying, yeah.
Your secret? A secret? What do you mean?
I'm buying.